At midnight, nothing looked different. The streets were the same. Homes stood where they always had. People went to sleep believing tomorrow would be ordinary. But by morning, millions of people had become criminals. Not because they changed, because the law did. This episode is not about crime. It is about how legality is defined, how quickly it can shift, and how entire populations can cross from law-abiding to illegal without moving an inch. Most people believe laws exist to stop wrongdoing. In reality, laws do something far more powerful. They define reality. They decide who belongs, who is protected, who is punished, who is invisible. The most dangerous laws are not violent. They are administrative, quiet, procedural. They do not feel like force. They feel like paperwork. History shows a disturbing pattern. Some of the most widely broken laws were obeyed by the system, but rejected by human instinct. People continued, living where they lived, loving who they loved, working how they worked, existing as they always had. And suddenly, those acts were crimes. Not because harm occurred, but because permission was withdrawn in multiple countries. Sweeping laws have taken effect overnight. Residency laws, currency bans, identity requirements, occupation restrictions, documentation mandates, no violence, no warning, no transition, one signature, one announcement, one deadline. At 12:01 a.m., compliance or criminality. What happens inside the human mind when legality flips? Most people do not rebel. They freeze. They ask, am I really illegal? What did I do wrong? How long before this goes away? Fear replaces certainty. Silence replaces protest. Because the law did not arrive with guns. It arrived with forms. Compliance is not forced. It is engineered. People comply because punishment is unclear. Enforcement is selective. Examples are made quietly. Resistance feels lonely. The law does not need to arrest everyone. It only needs to arrest enough. Here is the paradox. When millions become illegal overnight, the system cannot enforce the law fully. So enforcement becomes random, unequal, political, psychological. Fear becomes the real enforcement mechanism, not police. Once a person is technically illegal, rights become conditional. Protection becomes optional. Silence becomes survival. People stop demanding. They start asking. Illegality is leverage. Even if the law is reversed later, the damage remains. Trust collapses. Institutions lose legitimacy. Fear becomes normalized. People learn a dangerous lesson. Stability is temporary. Legality is fragile. Most societies eventually recognize the mistake. Not publicly. Not officially. Quietly. Enforcement slows. Exceptions appear. Language softens. The law remains on paper. But reality rejects it. This episode is not about one country, or one law, or one moment. It is about a mechanism. If legality can change overnight, then morality must not depend on it. Because the most dangerous words in any society are, "This is now illegal,"